Anyway, now we got to talk again about some ridiculousness, and we wanted to clear up a few things here, guys. Take a look behind me here. In Yunnan, Sichuanbana, right?
Yep.
Okay, you've been there. I've been there.
I have, yeah. Rode through the whole area.
Explain what it's all about.
It's on the border with Burma and Laos. And basically, it's a very tropical, super hot, beautiful area.
Yeah, it's really cool. You get beautiful
Elephants.
like rice terraces there as well.
Yeah, it's elephants. There's the local minority are wildly different than Chinese people. It's crazy. They're like completely different. You could ride up into the mountains, be freezing cold, and then ride down, and you're in the middle of the jungle. And I did the whole border area. I watched people sneaking into Burma. It was wild, in and out.
Yeah.
Drug trafficking and jewel trade, jade trade. It's wild. It's like a crazy area.
But it's also a
Huge
very
heroin
touristy
epidemic.
area.
Yeah, for sure.
There's lots of like really cool touristy things to do, especially for domestic tourism. So what happened is Shanghai, being on lockdown or whatnot, opened up. And of course, not just Shanghai, plenty of places around China have recently been locked down pretty badly.
Yeah.
So people are like, holy crap, it's National Day holiday. We get to travel now. And a lot of them went to this area because, hey, it's a beautiful area. You want to go visit there. And then guess what happened?
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
real quick, it's wildly different than the rest of China. My taxi driver, when he showed up to the airport, was smoking a joint, marijuana, in China.
Yeah.
And he was a government taxi guy. So it's a little different than the rest of China.
It is a little different. Anyway, so a lot of people went there for their holidays. And, well, here they are at the train station?
Yeah.
And the armed police turned up. Or I should say the armed dabai turned up and were like, okay, somebody tested positive. You guys are stuck here now. Screw you all.
Yeah.
You had any plans to have fun on your holiday? No, it's quarantine time, bitches. Okay? And what made this a little different is the guns. Okay? And this was floating around a lot on social media about the fact that they're armed. I want to point out that they're very badly trained, by the way. Okay. And I also wanted to point out the type of guns because there was a lot of confusion. People are like, oh, machine guns. These are not machine guns. These are shotguns.
How can people confuse that with a machine gun?
Well, I mean,
It
if
doesn't
you
look like a machine gun.
If you look at this picture, right, if you were to give it a little glance.
I guess quick.
And, you know, the reason why they were doing that is a lot of the tankies and stuff were saying, oh, they don't even have magazines in them. They're not even, like, loaded. This is a shotgun, biatch. Take a look. Okay, can you see? Can you see? Shotguns don't have magazines like assault rifles or like machine guns.
Why would they have empty guns anyway?
Yeah,
you know
they
what I mean?
wouldn't.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I just want to go back to this clip over here. Okay, here. I zoomed in a little bit. Okay. These guys suck. They've got like their managing director or whatever the hell you would call him over there. Like, you guys stand here. No, wait. No, stand there. Okay. Now you turn around. Okay. Face there. Yes. Okay. There we are. What kind of training do these guys have? What is this crap? Anyway, back to the guns.
Don't talk or cry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where is that?
Don't talk tribe.
And it is crap, by the way, not tribe. Let's move back to this whole situation here because the guns are important. They're not machine guns. They are shotguns. And the reason why it's important to mention that they're shotguns is that is standard riot control gear the world over. Doesn't matter what country you're from. In South Africa, you see that all the time. In South Africa, they load them up with rubber bullets. It's been like that since when I was a young kid in the 80s, and what they do is they suppress crowds by shooting the rubber bullets down into the ground just in front of the crowds. It bounces up and hits them. It's not lethal, and it keeps them like, you know, I don't know, it hurts like hell, and it gets them to stop being rioting and whatever. But if you look at the guy next to him, he's got a riot shield. So riot shields and shotguns, totally normal for a riot situation. And so what they've done here, and you can see if you look at a shotgun, it's got a heat rail on the top there as well to dissipate heat. It's just a shotgun, definitely not a machine gun. And you don't want a machine gun in this situation because, especially if you've got an assault rifle with a, you know, like a 5.56 or whatever, it's got such penetration that it'll go through lots of people. If you do shoot it into a crowd, you'll kill multiple people.
Yeah.
But with a shotgun, even if it's got like a buckshot or something, which is lethal, it'll probably just kill one person and not the person behind.
Scare everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. But they possibly got non-lethal rounds or less than lethal rounds of them. Who knows?
Sure.
The fact of the matter is they were expecting a riot situation.
Yes.
And so they got out the riot gear.
Yeah.
And they sent in these riot police to
didn't have a riot. That's for sure.
to basically control their own populace because they were worried that when they locked them down again, especially.
Why is everyone saying beanbag rounds? We don't know that.
Yeah.
But they have sidearms as well.
No, they've got pepper spray and stuff there, probably, and some cuffs and things. Here's the thing: beanbag rounds could also be in shotguns too, but I don't know if they.
We don't know that. I'm just saying you can't make that claim.
No, it could be. It could be anything. That's the thing. Shotguns are quite versatile.
Yeah.
It could be slugs.
Yeah.
You never know what's in there.
You don't know.
Yeah, and usually I know that in the States and other places, when they've got a less than lethal shotgun that's got beanbag rounds or whatever, it'll be orange. Have you noticed? They have like an orange stock, and they differentiate between the less than lethal and lethal guns.
Somebody said these aren't beanbags because the barrels are too narrow.
Yeah, exactly.
They're different guns, aren't they? Well, no, you can modify it.
I'm pretty sure you get beanbag rounds. You get all sorts of weird rounds. You get flare rounds and stuff for shotguns. I've seen all sorts of things. You can make homemade stuff. I knew a guy used to load them up with buckwheat or something.
Oh, weird.
So that if you shoot someone, the seeds go into their skin and then germinate later, and it's really itchy. You know, you sadist. I don't know. You get people put salt and all sorts of things. Anyway, shotguns are very versatile is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. That guy was such a weirdo. Yeah, shit. Anyway, fact of the matter is, this is a riot control situation. And I guess they realize, hey, there's a bunch of tourists probably just come from being locked down somewhere else. They can finally get out.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go lock them down again. Let's make sure if there's a riot, we can suppress it.
Yes.
Okay. So I just wanted to clear up some confusion because it's not machine guns.
Jan Jordan said, so Sinovac wasn't effective?
No. Oh, yeah. Did you hear about the Moderna thing, by the way?
Yeah.
You know, everybody knows Moderna and Pfizer were the two big ones in the States, the two big mRNA vaccines. And the reason why they didn't sell the vaccine in China and why people didn't get it basically was the Chinese government said, the only way we're going to let you sell it here is if you give us the formula. You give us the IP. That's what China does. They're like, you give us your secrets. You give us everything that you've worked and spent millions of billions of dollars of research on. You give that to us for free, and then we'll let you sell your vaccine.
Yeah. They
were like, no, because you know the Chinese government would have just made their own domestic one using their formula anyway and cut them out.
Yeah.
They were smart, but the Canadians gave their vaccine straight away.
Like no questions.
Yeah, they were like, oh yeah, here's the formula.
Let's win the world together.
Yes.
I'm super worried about Canada.
Yeah, me too. At least they've got the Aurora to protect them.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
Canada will go nowhere as long as they have their Aurora.
Yes, the Aurora's there. So just wanted to tell you guys what was going on there. It's another awful situation. It's another one of these snap lockdowns. And it's just one of those things that you're going to have to get used to in China right now. The zero COVID crap's not going away.
No.
It's now becoming...
I don't know why people... There's this weird fantasy, and I think it's actually amongst a lot of expats in China that are even pretty critical of the CCP. But it's this bizarre fantasy that after the People's Congress thing in October, that somehow zero COVID is going to go away. Why would you think that? It's the ultimate best control the CCP has ever asked for, and people are just rolling over and accepting it. So what? It's like... Dude, you know what a great analogy is? It's like the footage of people that are shouting at the dabai holding the shotguns.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're about to like erupt into protest or something. It sounds like it's anti-government, right? So they're shouting, "You can't shoot us all. What are you going to shoot us all?" You know, and it sounds like there's going to be a massive revolt.
Sure.
And American/Western logic goes, those people are going to go back after all this and be like, you know what? This government's bad. Nope.
No.
There will be no change. Those people will not rise up against the government. In fact, they might even celebrate the Beijing government. They might love Xi Jinping even more after this because they won't attribute that problem to him or the government. They will never put the blame of zero COVID on the CCP because the Chinese government has done this on purpose. It's by design to make it a local issue every time.
Yeah, they'll blame the local police.
Every time. So the people say, oh, you local police, you're so bad. They'll play the national anthem.
Yeah.
They'll hold the flag. They'll have their protests and they'll say,
they'll have a Mao Zedong banner.
Mao Zedong banner, a Xi Jinping banner. They'll say, we love China. We are Chinese. You Xi'an police are bad.
Yunnan
you
police.
Sichuan police are bad. You Shanghai police are bad.
Yeah.
Do you understand how this works now?
Yeah, exactly. They'll be, those, whoever was in charge of that in Yunnan, you screwed up. You're a bad person.
Yeah.
Long live Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
Here's my Mao banner.
Nothing will change.
No, that's the problem.
Nothing.
The people caught up in that probably never ever criticized the government before.
No.
They're currently only pissed off because they're inconvenienced, and they won't criticize the government afterwards, as somebody I know once said.